once we're back at work and once we've got migrants here and once we don't care about getting COVID anymore and hopefully no new strain comes that's worse than any of the other strains, all that sort of stuff, can we go back to normal, do you think, in this regard? With and I'm talking about, I know that you probably go, well, I'm not an expert supply chain expert in the building market, but is there any precedent for, I know that the rises have been unprecedented, but is there any precedent for once all the factors go back to normal, if there's a normal, that we just see it level off again and go back to normal?
I think we're going to get back to a level of normality, but we're probably going to find that there are changes that happen, some for good, perhaps not all of them, but I think probably the majority of things that we've adopted with COVID are going to stick around, and building prices, that, you know, they've got to equal out at some point, right? Like there's a huge demand for these materials, so that, you know, that timber trust company that's saying like, we need the stuff because we've got the orders, we're ready to go, you know, obviously they're going to be demanding that stuff, and the suppliers are going, okay, well, this is boom times for us, let's get it out there. And there might be that sort of short-term gold rush where they're making a fair bit of money, and maybe developers and tradies and that sort of thing are all the same. You know, it's a great time to be a tradie in Australia. There's so much work going out there, and sometimes I think, like, if I was to run my business the way I've had interactions with tradies, I'd be bankrupt, right? You just they say, I'll call you, I'll be there on Wednesday at 7, and nobody shows up, and then they don't answer their phone, and you have to talk to 4 or 5 other ones. It's I don't think it's necessarily because they don't care. It's just they don't need to care. There's so many opportunities out there for them.
Hopefully those lockdown things, like you said, Veronica, maybe we won't see those lockdowns again. If the building materials start to get a bit more normality, and then labour starts to sort of flatline a little bit more with migration, and maybe people are, you know, not getting as many people willing to sort of sign contracts, etc. So maybe in a couple of years it starts to really level off.